Alright, this video I want to show you guys how to play Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival. This is a really good beginner song. It's a song you should be able to learn all the way through, the complete song. I'll walk through each part. And I mean, if you're not really a beginner, there's a million videos showing how to play this song. This is going to be kind of slow paced for you, so you might want to check out another video because I'm actually going to really walk through every detail of it as much as I can. Just a quick thing about the song. It's very short. It's a little over 2 minutes. I think about 2 minutes, 20 seconds. And it consists of an intro, a verse, a chorus, a bridge, and that's it. The intro is maybe the trickiest part to play if you're just starting out. And that's that whole... So we're going to actually go back to that part later. What I want you to get started with are the easy parts. So that's the verse and chorus. And both are just 3 chords. What we can do is play these with pretty much power chords. So if you're not familiar with the power chord, I have a video actually that can get you started with those and how to practice them. And the only thing different from that is we're actually going to add an octave to the first note. So the verse is going to start with your index finger on the 3rd fret of E. Your ring finger is going to go to the 5th fret of A. So always keep that in mind. That's a power chord shape. Wherever your first finger is, your ring finger will go 2 frets up on the next string below it. And in this case, we can actually add in the ring finger to the D string of the 5th fret. Or you can hold it like this, where you hold the A and D strings with your ring finger and just flatten it out. Whatever's more comfortable for you. So our first part, the verse, is 3 chords. It's this power chord on G here at the 3rd fret. Then everything moves down 2 frets to an F chord. And then we go to the A string, 3rd fret, D string, 5th fret, and G string, 5th fret. And that's going to be our C chord. And then it returns to the original position and it ends on that G again. All right, so once again, 3rd fret G, 1st fret F, 3rd fret of A, G, 3rd fret of E, G. So it's just G, F, C, G. And I mean, you can look at fret number, but try to, as you're working with it, try to remember those are the notes, and you start learning your fretboard that way. And remember, I'm always referring to where my index finger is when I say the fret number or the root note. So wherever my first finger is, I'm just adding 2 frets on the string below it with my ring finger. And the same thing, same fret right below it with my little finger or flattening out. All right, so the picking pattern to this, if it's kind of tricky for you, just play it in 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on each chord. So all right, it'll get you by like that so far. We'll take a look at the picking pattern, but next I want to show you the chorus. And the chorus starts on the G again, same as the verse. Now we're going to go to the 5th fret of A, so 5 on A, 7 on D, 7 on G, and that's going to be a D chord. 2 frets down on the A string to the 3rd fret, back to that C chord, and then straight back up the strings to where we started off on the G chord. So both the verse and chorus, they start and end on G, so make sure you play it enough times. And it's 8 8th notes on each one, basically. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's one repetition. For the most part, the whole song is 2 times of everything, except the last chorus is going to go 4 times. I'll write this out. Also, I'm going to put in the description a link for the tablature that I'm using for this and a few other things that'll be helpful for you. So, all right, what you want to start doing when you get these 2 parts down, the verse and chorus, is practice playing them 2 times, 2 repetitions each. So you're getting used to that count and that feel. That's one of the most valuable things you start learning from learning a song all the way through, is when to change and how to count the repetitions. So just as a quick example, let's say, I'm going to go back from verse to chorus a couple times. so you want to try that back and forth at your own pace, but try to just keep on a tempo. All right. Now let's look at the picking pattern. Usually when you're starting out, or if a song is kind of complicated with the rhythm or the picking pattern, what I like to do is take one hand at a time. So I might get my left hand going first, just learn the chord changes or the notes, and then I'm going to focus on just the right hand. So we're going to take a look at the right hand picking pattern now. And for this, let's just hold the first chord of the song, the G chord here at the 3rd fret. All right. So it's we're strumming 8 times, and we're using muting. So what I'm going to do is for a mute, I'm not pushing down on the strings. I'm just holding them so they're quiet, but they make this percussive sound. So you just rest your fingers, and then when I want to play the chord, I just put pressure on my fingertips. So it's like we strum twice, and then a mute, another strum, 2 mutes, strum, and the first one does something a little unique from the rest of it. We hit an open E. So again, it's strum, strum, mute, strum, mute, mute, strum, E. And then for the rest of it, instead of playing that open E, we're just going to hit another mute there. So you might want to try this in 2 parts or not worry about the open E at first. So we're going to just practice it a couple times with instead of the open E, I'm going to hit another mute. So I'll go through it slowly, and this is what you want to do. You just want to keep repeating it. Don't worry about the chord change. Just hold the same chord. Get your right hand used to it so it starts to kind of go on autopilot, basically. So I'll play it a few times like that, slow. And once you get the hang of it, then you can try on that 8th strum to throw in that open E. All right, and like I said, once you get that going, then try to put it into the verse, for example. Then do the same thing where you connect it from the verse to the chorus. All right, so that's the verse and chorus of the song. Once you got that down, then we can take a look at the start and the bridge. So for the start, there's going to be 2 bars of just bass playing, I believe, in a G. So you can count it down: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we come in with this whole part here, all right. So this one, like I said, might be the most challenging part of the whole song, and it's not that hard at all. It just takes a little bit of practice. We're going to start with our middle finger on the 7th fret of D, and we're going to pluck and slide to fret 9. And then we're going to jump a string to the B string, and with our index finger, we're going to hit fret 8. So it's just one pluck on the D string, slide, then jump the string and pluck the B string on fret 8. Another thing you can do that might make it easier, or just kind of add some new twist to the sound, is use maybe your middle or your ring finger to do that string jump. So I'm plucking the pick on D, and then I'm using my middle finger to pluck that B string on 8. It's up to you. It's got a different sound. So from there, we do the same exact thing, but we just go down a whole step, so down 2 frets. So we're going to start at 5 and do the same exact pattern. Our fingers can stay in the same position. 1 fret down on the B string and 5 on the D string. I'm going to pluck 5 and slide to 7. And play that B string. Same thing. And now this 3rd step is where we change a little bit. We're going to pluck the 3rd fret of D and do a hammer onto 5. So we just bring our finger down to the 5th fret and we only pluck the first note. And it's faster, like that, around that. And then I'm going to pluck the open E string, the first string, and do the same hammer on, and pluck the 3rd fret of B. And here's the last step. We're going to play the 1st fret of A, and try to give it a bit of a bend after you pluck, not right away, like. And then the 4th fret of E. I'm sorry, the 3rd fret of E. All right, so I'm going to play through it one more time slow. All right, so that's going to actually repeat 2 times. Another little thing, like, don't worry about too much about all the details at first. Just try to get these notes correct and on time. So if you're having a hard time with the slide, try to get it down, but you can also just omit it at first, where you're just playing. Why'd I keep going to that 4th fret? And yeah, so even like with the hammer-ons too, if you're having a hard time getting that hammer on at first, you just play it without the hammer on. Just go right immediately to the 5th fret. But try to use the same fingering, so you're using the ring finger on that part. Don't change things around, because then it's much easier to just add on the technique like the hammer-on and slides later. Another little additive to this is on the first 2, on the 2nd note. Sounds nice to give it a bit of vibrato. So I'm going to slide to the same. I'm starting at the beginning, sliding from 7 to 9 on D. Pluck, and then give it a bit of vibrato. So these are all things you can kind of add on as you start getting more and more used to playing the song. Finally, we have the last part to learn of the song, and that's going to be the interlude, or the bridge. And that's going to be the same chord shape all the way through, so you can pretty much lock your fingers in place. I'm going to go from, on the G string, I'm going to go to 7 with my middle finger, and to 6 with my index finger on the B string. So it's a chord like that. And I can just, this whole bridge keeps the same shape, so I'm just moving side to side with it. And that first one, it sounds kind of nice if we slide into it. And then everything goes down 1 fret. We pluck again and then slide to the 2nd fret. And then pluck again and slide to the 4th fret. All right. That is the entire song. There's some guitar fills coming in here and there, and you can play around with it. You know, it's fun to try to add more to it as you learn it. And like I said, it's a very simple song, but it's a very well written song. It's a very good classic rock song. So there's quite a bit you can, you know, you can start out a very easy version of this and just keep trying to improve it, and so it doesn't get old so fast. That's it. And what I'm going to do, like, to run through it real quick, we're going to do the intro where we count to 2 bars, where the bass is only playing. Then the guitars come in with. So we start with the intro. We count to 2 bars of 8th notes: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We do that twice. Then we play the verse twice, chorus twice, verse twice, chorus twice, the bridge twice, verse twice, and then chorus 4 times. And that's the entire song. I'm going to put the counts down into the description below, a link to the tablature I'm using. And another thing I recommend you try out is look up guitar backing track for Fortunate Son. You're going to find quite a few of them, and it's a lot. You get a lot more done practicing that way. Try to see if you can play along to it. Try to play along to the song. And if it's too fast for you at first, you can also download on Ultimate Guitar. Just find what do you call it? A Guitar Pro version or something like that. You can open it with a program like Tux Guitar, and you can actually go to the tempo and slow it down and play along to it at an easier pace. But that's it. I hope you guys can nail this song, and I'd like to hear any feedback of anyone who's learned it and how long it took, how challenging it was, and that's it. Thanks for watching.